Hi everybody. I had done this video once before, one time through. It came out pretty blurry, and I ramble on too much, and it ran over time. So this is take 2. I did a junk journal, and I made mine kind of big, because it's really a junk, combination junk and art journal. I'm just kind of dabbling, sticking my toe in the water, feeling how, I might want to, try some drawing and painting. I made a pocket, big pocket, and a little pocket with an envelope to store all kinds of images and papers. This here is it's a manila folder, and I pasted it down the sides, folded over a flap so that I could store, I don't know, like a phone book pages and dictionary pages and that kind of things for collaging and backgrounds. This one's kind of an introductory page. I titled it Summer 2001. That's the theme of the whole book, is just covering my summer. This is a Susie blue stamp. Let me see if I can get this in frame here. It's from Unity Stamp Company. Turn page. This is a collage of all my favorite things. My favorite movie. My favorite drinks. I love the game Yahtzee. I love the Peanuts ever since I was a kid. I love shoes. I love pocketbooks. And I love chocolate. And this page here. This idea comes from Lisa Chase Cayley, and she's actually the owner or administrator of minialbumscraps.ning.com, and she made this in a travelogue entry that she had made, and you have to check that out because hers is that's where I got the idea from, and hers is better. She's got hers ripped open like you would really rip into a candy bar, so anyway, it's ripped down the middle and the wrapper's all hanging open, and you pull out the candy bar and there's a bite in it, and it's really cute. So when it came time that I wanted to put chocolate on my favorites page, I kept mine plain, but I put chocolate quotes on the inside of the tag. I don't even know how old I was, but you could see that I loved art already. This little girl standing on a step stool trying to reach her easel and paint a picture of the little flowers off to the left on a table. The next page is an award I won. It's a certificate of recognition for a poster I had done, and I think it was 5th grade. So it was. I remember it was for Dental Health Week, and I did a picture of Snoopy, and he was wearing a dental, like a dentist jacket, like a lab jacket, and that's all I can remember. And wish I still had it. But anyway, there was a kid who won first place, and I was kind of a, basically I was a runner-up, I guess. And I remember getting that award, and that was pretty neat. This was an art prompt. We had to write reasons why, kind of like an art homework, if you will, and we had to write reasons why we like art and why we didn't like art, why we didn't paint, why aren't we drawing, why aren't we journaling, and all this kind of thing. And so you take that and then you paint over it, because you're not supposed to have these excuses. They're done. You're done with them. And from here you cover those up and you paint over them and you bury them away, and you basically say why I can. And so that was the gist of that homework. And over here, part of that was to add a picture of yourself when you were a kid. Then, from another art YouTube channel I saw, I think it's 1 Minute Muse. She had a mirror self-portrait video, and you take dry erase markers, and you take a piece of tracing paper and you trace your image in the mirror. And so this is about as far as I can get, about as much detail, and it looks like me, definitely. This one was just a layout so I could keep track of what kind of crafts I was making at the time, and I just wanted to remember things I had made. And so I made this little bird tag in a swap I was in, and then I put some photos in this pocket of other things that I had been making, like tags and crochet projects and that kind of thing. Next page, this was for the 4th of July weekend, and this is my first window envelope tag. I call them myself, I've nicknamed them Tracy tags. This background is from a paper napkin off the picnic table. So that's kind of neat, isn't it? You just unfold it, slap it on the paper, Mod Podge it, and it's got that Americana look. It was perfect. I love it. I just love how that page came out, and I'm going to put some photos on there later. Next page, some journaling, some more art journaling, just feeling around with the paints and playing around with textures. And the next 2 pages cover my son's birthday. This paper for the background is from some old printer paper I think I've had ever since my daughter was little, and I must have used it in the invitations of one of her birthday parties, and so I used it for the background on this page. And then the bag is from one of my son's gift bags from celebrating that night, and so I made it so that you could open up and put more photos. So this will hold at least 4 good-sized photos. These I wanted to show you are made from dryer sheets, little rosettes, and I dye them in tea overnight a lot of times, or maybe food coloring. It depends, whatever I've got on hand and whatever color I'm looking for. I love it. Anyway, this next one is called Zen Doodling, or Zen Tangling. And there's one artist out there, very talented, love her YouTube site. Her name is Milliande, if I'm pronouncing it right. It's Milliande. And she had one where she did her hand. And I thought that looks neat. I'd like to put that in my own book. And then someday, God willing, somebody saves this thing for that long. Maybe a granddaughter of mine someday, or a great-granddaughter of mine someday will look at this and see that was my hand. And, see my quotes and my journaling, what I said. And this is another art prompt from another website. The theme was women, and she prompted to use bright colors and tags, and just put it together, used my bright colors, tried my hand at painting some flowers and practicing shading. And the next one comes from, I basically wanted an image of a bucket. So I started just doodling one out quick, and then it turned into an entire picture, and that wasn't what I meant to do, but I played with it, got out my colored pencils and tried them for the first time, so I decided to save it. It's not perfect, but I was happy with a little girl playing with her sand pail in the water, and I was happy enough to save it. So anyway, then I went back to the intended purpose of the sand bucket, and I haven't seen the movie yet, but there's the one called Bucket List. Is that the title of the movie? Anyway, I decided I wanted to cut out a bucket myself and a little sand shovel, and to basically, as you can see, journal about what I would put on a bucket list if I was to make one. And so I've got a few things in there, big things, little things, all together. I just thought that was kind of fun to do. Next page came from an art prompt to recycle. That you don't have to use fancy watercolor papers to paint. This was painted on a brown paper bag. And I just, added some newspapers to save, because I think that's important to did some journaling about the news and saved the newspapers, because I think that's important in a journal, that, you know, maybe, like I say, somebody looking at it generations from now and they're like, well, who was president and what was the economy like back then? And it's good to have just at least one page in every journal that kind of shows what was going on around that time. So the next page is just journaling. This is a plastic bag flower, and Tim Coffey shows how to make those. We went grocery shopping one day and they were handing out Hello Kitty stickers and they gave a set to me. So I decided to put one on a rosette, a pleated rosette, and that's the first one I've ever made. So that was kind of fun. We went to the movies. I saved the label from the popcorn bucket. This is me trying my hand at painting again. Just getting a feel for the paints. I like acrylics. I think so far anyway that I like them better than watercolors, but I don't really know. I haven't decided for sure yet. I haven't dabbled enough in the watercolors yet. Thought I would leave that alone before I ruin it and just let you see it like that for now, and then I'll see what I can do with it, because this really isn't supposed to look so dull. Like, this is supposed to look more real, and that's a challenge. So we'll see what I can do with them. The next pages I used paper towels. There's a couple of videos out there to show how to dye and color paper towels. So one Sunday came along, I felt like, what do I feel like doing? And I felt like dyeing paper towels. So I did about a half a dozen of those, at least, maybe more. And finally, okay, I said I'm going to do some for this journal and save some for my fall journal. So I got thinking about it. It was kind of funny to me, because I thought, you know, gee, all these girls out there with their fancy papers and this collection and that collection of papers, and here I am using paper towels. But I says, well, you know, let me see how fancy I can get with it. And so I decided to go with a steer towards a shabby chic look, and I hope I've achieved that. I think I have, at least a little bit. You know, the laces and pretty colors, and so, you know, here's a picture frame. I slip a photo in from the top here. This one you can open up, put a photo, do some journaling, and altogether this layout will hold about 10 photos, I figure. This page I just slapped some bright colors on there, and just, you know, here's another Tracy tag, a window envelope tag, and another tag here, and this one opens up for journaling. Anyway, there's that. The pocketbook opens up. There's this is some more note paper. This is one I carry in my pocketbook. I get laughed at for that one. Yeah. This page is, I titled it, if I've said it once, I've said it 100 times, or 1,000 times, excuse me. And this is made up of, I save old sales flyers, and just every week the store in our neighborhood prints out these flyers, and I just, at the end of the week when they come out with a new one, I can't bring myself to throw out the old ones. I just have to save everything. I can't throw anything out without saying, what can I make with this, you know? So, anyway. I cut these out with a McGill scallop circle punch, and I put little flower centers in them, and I decided to put all the little things in there, just all the funny little things you might catch yourself saying you didn't realize you say it so often. Next page, I wanted to include something like, you know, my favorite music for the summer of 2011 was, you know, and I listed some of my favorite songs. Next page is journaling. I used, try to get off the disco look off of this page and soften it up a little bit, so I used Martha Stewart's Doily Lace Punch, and I made my own little butterfly, and that's out of dryer sheets. Next page, actually this is the last page, at least for now. I always save Kleenex boutique tissue boxes. I use them for frames, I use them for tags, I use them for pockets, and in this case, you turn this tag around, and I made a dress form on it to put on the back of the tag. These little dress forms come from, let me try and find her name. I think it's So Crafty 100. She has a video showing how to make these little dress form stick pins. Really cute. Check that out. And that's about it. I hope that you enjoyed looking at it with me. And you know, I guess one more thing I'll just say is Hurricane Irene's on its way. Everybody take care, keep safe, and thanks so much for watching. Bye.